Hi, I'm Annika. Thanks for joining me today for a little yin. You can't beat some nice chilled out yin yoga. And look, I put my Balinese pants on today. Whenever I wear these, I feel like just chilling out and letting it all hang out. So that being said, let's get on our mats. So just get a comfortable seat. If it's super uncomfy and you find yourself kind of rolling backwards, you can always just raise your bum on a block or on a pillow, on a rolled up towel. Try to sit up a little taller so you really root down in your sit bones. Palms down to ground, palms up to give yourself a little bit of energy if you're feeling a little down, a little tired, a little lacking today. Maybe bringing the thumb into the palm and clenching the thumb. It's a protection Adi Mudra. Feel your sit bones and just arrive on your mat. Arrive in your body. And when you close your eyes, you go into that dark space. But you're safe. Just kind of get used to that feeling of hanging in that nothingness, because you're in there. Start to breathe, but breathing into the heart space. Right on cue, Blue comes in for a kiss. Thank you. So when I say breathe into the heart space, inhale and imagine the heart expanding, green color, also rose pink energetically. So you can pick your pink or your green or a mix of the two. As you inhale, let that color expand out and contract, but never close. Inhale. And exhale. And I want you to picture the face of somebody very special to you. Who needs to maybe let their heart open a little bit more than it is, maybe closed off with pain or suffering or hurt. And as you breathe into your heart and expand your heart, picturing their face, receiving this energy, being filled with this loving energy from your heart. And their faces starting to glow a little bit more with life. The energy from the heart is the strongest energy available. That's why it feels so good to feel love, to feel loved back. It's energy. And you can send it so easily with intention. Now bring the hands to the heart, your own heart. Take a deep, deep, deep inhale. Lifting up out of the spine. Raise the hands up. Fingers up towards the ceiling. Extend all the way up. And then extend the hands forward, find child's pose for me. So bring your big toes to touch, knees to the outside edge of your mat. Get them as wide as you can. Bring your bum down onto the heels for me. And allow that heart to simply melt down, energetically just binding with the ground. It is the ground, nature is source energy. We talk about plugging in to nature. We just say, oh, I need to get away and just connect. That's exactly what you're able to do. Let the hips be heavy. You could roll your head side to side if that feels good. Just activating that space in between the eyebrows, your third eye. So that's the seat of your intuition, your knowing. It's an indigo blue color energetically. Close to the heart, close to the throat chakra area. Child's pose. How much time do you give yourself to be a child? To play? To have fun? To play the songs you did when you were young and sing out loud? Or dance? Or play sports that you used to play when you were a kid? Do you do anything that you did when you were a kid right now in your life? And if not, why not? When do we lose that freedom? Or when do we fill up our lives with other stuff that's not quite so fun? Take an inhale and just slide your left hand underneath your right armpit for me. Turn the palm up. Lower your left cheek down to the ground. Get a little release through the shoulder. And if that's painful, don't do it. Just come back to child's pose. Relax the fingers. Slowly releasing the hand, coming back to center. To Take a deep inhale, let it go. Chest may be melting a little bit more. And when you're ready, thread the other hand. Right hand underneath left armpit. Turning right cheek down, relaxing the elbow, relaxing the fingers. Slowly release. Coming back to center for a quick breath. And then draw the arms in and find your way. Press on up slowly, slowly. Release those poor knees. And bring the soles of the feet together. Bring your elbows onto your knees. Take a deep inhale, sit up a little. And then exhale slowly, just using the elbows to press into the knees. Lower the head down. You could take another inhale to lengthen up through the chest. And exhale, just let it go. You could just release the palms facing up beside the feet, so there's no pressing now. Head is heavy, shoulders heavy. Whatever's going on in your world today, just as the shoulders slump, just imagine losing heaviness from the shoulders, sliding off down into the hands and being released, sliding all the way down the arms to the hands. We carry the weight of our world on our shoulders emotionally. Slowly release, come on up. Draw the knees in together. Just take the hands down by your side and just windshield wiper just a couple of times. Come onto one hip, gaze over the other shoulder. Inhale through center, other side. And just take the head the opposite shoulder. That's it, just getting a little blood flow in the bum, in the hips. Coming back to center, extend the legs wide, wide angle butterfly. You could turn sideways on your mat if you want to protect your heels. Totally just find a space that works. Take a deep inhale, reach the hands up. Maybe turn the palms over. Just extend the hands up. Open out the wrists a little. Inhale, grow a little taller. You're up on your sit bones now. Rotate over the left leg for me. And exhale, slowly release the hands. Draw the body over that left leg. You'll feel a little pull behind the knee into your hamstring. So feel that first. Now maybe come up on the fingertips. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, draw the hands, maybe fingertipping forward a little more. Flex the foot and then relax the foot. Maybe one more inhale to lengthen. And exhale, maybe bringing both hands to the inside of the legs. Turn the palms over. Oh, now you can't hold on. Good, relax the head, relax the feet. Try to allow the body to be heavy, head to be heavy. Now you're still pushing up to resist with the backs of your hands. Right? Notice we resist discomfort. Like an immediate safety thing. Can you just let go a little more? See what happens. It's not quite as bad as you think. And start to just send the breath down there into the back of the knee. Slowly turn the hands over, walk the hands into the middle. Take an inhale, lengthen, lift up the chest, and exhale, lower down. You could take another inhale, lengthen. They're like little reset buttons. You're lifting up out of the hips a little more, throwing a little bit more space down there. Maybe flex the feet so you activate the quads. Activate the quads, relaxes the hamstring, and then relax everything. Relax the toes, your ankles, your shoulders, the back of your head. Maybe turn the palms up again, because we're in the business of surrender during this period on the planet. The more we surrender, the more easily we'll be able to flow with things as they come up. Not attaching, not attached to an outcome, not attaching to something that has to happen. Rather, if it doesn't happen, maybe there's a greater purpose for you. Relax a little deeper, relax the back of the head.
We always seem to want to know the outcome. How's this going to work? Relationships, we want to know where it's going, what's going to happen. Imagine if we did know where it's going and what was going to happen. How bloody interesting would that relationship be? Right? But we would feel a lot more in control. But is the journey rather to just surrender and see what happens? Flow. And all the other things that you could never have imagined may just open up. So much fuller than simply knowing exactly how it's going to be and turn out. It's an interesting way to look at things. Can we just go with the flow? Slowly turn the palms over, rise a little and walk across to the other leg. If hopefully you've got another one, right? Don't take anything for granted. Take an inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the body forward. Should be a little looser than when we began this on the other leg. Inhale. Maybe bringing both hands inside of the thigh. Turn the palms over and lower down. And if it feels super tight, flex the foot, squeeze your quads, squeeze your thigh. Gives you a little bit more space in the hamstring. Slowly, slowly let it go. Relax the foot. And maybe you'll drop a little deeper. Slowly, slowly, turn the palms over and rise up. Oh, don't think I have any legs left. Take a deep inhale. You can draw the knees in towards the body. Just give yourself a hug. Just place the arms. You can lower the forehead down to your knees. Felt nice. Slowly release. Just extend the feet in front of you, so feet are hip distance apart. Bend the knees for me. Bring the hands behind you
and cross your left foot on top of your right knee, if you can. I was just checking to see if my feet were dirty. No, they're clean. So if this is uncomfortable sitting up, you could also lay down and do this same shape on your back. But maybe you could begin to draw the body a little farther forward, draw that bottom heel in a little closer. So basically, this is like pigeon swan, seated, just getting into that hip. You can relax your chin, place your hands where they're comfortable. You can point the fingers behind so you have a little bit of leverage, back with the upper body leaning back. Chin comes down in towards the chest. If you want to lift your head up, wiggle the jaw around. You could release the back of the neck. You could take right ear down to right shoulder. Chin comes down to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Come back to center. So the hip a little warmer. Take an inhale. Just lift the head back up, keeping the foot where it is. Just toe heel the bottom foot across to the opposite side of the mat. See if you can sit up. You're now in a can you say, let me turn around. So it's almost a half lotus, but walk the feet out. Yeah, walk the bottom foot out, one on top. You'll feel an intense activation in the hips. See if you can sit with that. We're not going to be here for very long. You can relax your chin back down to your chest. Take an inhale, try to lift up through the chest. You could play with walking the hands in front for a little bit more intensity. Or you could just remain seated, taking the fingers out by the sides and just working to loosen the neck. So find a place where you can feel the tension in the hips. And if the back of the neck's a little tight, maybe inhale, extend the hands up, interlace the fingers behind the neck, behind the head, crown of the head. Take an inhale, open out the elbows. And exhale, lower the chin, draw the elbows together. So you can just release the back of your neck while you're torturing your hips.
If you have the hands behind the head, slowly rise. Release the hands to the side and just lift the chin up. Breathe out, exhale through the mouth. Coming back to center and slowly, slowly unwind the legs. Just extend the legs long in front of you. Maybe grab some flab from underneath your bum so that the sit bones are connected, are grounded with your mat. Take a deep inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, slowly lower forward. Draw the body forward. Bring your hands on your shins. You hit a roadblock, usually behind the knees in the hamstrings. So inhale, draw the chest up, lift up. Slowly walking the hands a little deeper. Maybe one more time is good. Inhale, lengthen. So if you always lift up through the chest, gives you a little bit of space in the lower back, and slowly lower to your degree. And you may be right up here and just lowering your head is enough, bringing a little bit of tension in the lower back. That's okay. It takes time to get that connective tissue, super stiff fascia. Got to give it time to find new shape. When we try to make it find a shape quickly, when we bend down fast, that's when we hurt ourselves. Because you're trying to force it into a shape too quickly, and it's a cold, very plastic type of tissue in the body. Maybe the hands just come together to form a little boat shape. Hasta mudra. It's just giving and receiving, equal energy exchange happening. Are our best relationships not the ones in which we do have equal energy exchange? It just flows back and forth. The conversation flows back and forth easily. Somebody gives, you receive. You give, they receive. Flowing. And if it's always flowing in one direction, can you do anything about that? Back side of the body, when you're stiff back here, energetically holding on to stuff, usually the past, rigid, tight, maybe looking at things with a very restrictive, tight view, not wanting to let go. Being held back, feeling held back somewhere in your life, not feeling supported when it's tightness and stiffness or pain in the back. So breathe some air in there, get some space into there. You supporting you. Slowly rise, very, very slowly, from back bends and folds. Bring the hands behind, draw the heels in, and this time crossing your right foot over your left knee. Should be the other one. Try to draw the heel that's on the ground, draw it in, or press the body forward towards your shin. And again, if very uncomfortable and tight, just take this same shape on your back. With the ankle crossed, you're targeting that hip. Take a nice deep inhale, maybe close your eyes and just let the chin, oh, now I want to go to sleep, see? Let the chin fall. Notice if one hip goes a little easier than the other one, left or right side of the body, just make note. Working a lot, hips and legs this session. So legs carrying you forward in life. And they begin at the hip, is where the movement begins. So we tend to store a lot of fear in the hips, fear of moving forward into life. So we're working hips pretty deep. We're working legs, forward movement. Where are you afraid to move forward? What are you afraid to move into? Ankles and knees, great exit points for pain. And if there's a lot stored, it'll be a broken ankle, a blown out knee. So when you just see the body as this complex, amazing set of energies flowing, like in Eastern medicine, like acupuncture looks at the body. It's just fascinating how you can work with it. Slowly, slowly, toe heel, that left foot back to the other side of the mat, walk the body up, and you're almost in. I'll just come round to the front so you can see. You're inviting that knee down to the bottom ankle, and mine's super, super tight on this side. Sometimes you could place a block or a blanket or a little rolled up towel underneath, but just let it work with the resistance. Just take a deep inhale and exhale it out. Maybe extending the hands up above the head, reaching up, letting the left fingertips come into the back of the neck, and maybe draw the right hand behind. See if you can clasp the fingers behind your back. And if you can't clasp them, just reach for them. Just stretch out your back. Maybe you're just taking any kind of arm releases while you're here. You could try left fingertips behind the neck. Work your triceps. You could try drawing the body forward, but oy dearie me.
Slowly releasing the hands, maybe taking right fingertips up behind the neck, elbow extended to the ceiling, and try to interlace the other fingers the other way. So basically just working with the arms, doing our best to forget that our hips will never be able to move the same way ever again. And just breathe soft, relaxed, gentle breaths. Slowly releasing the arms. Take a deep inhale. Sit nice and tall. And slowly, slowly, very slowly release the feet. Drawing the knees up and finding your way down onto your back. Oh, that feels so good. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And just place the feet down to the outside edges of your mat. Hands can come down by the sides. Maybe left hand finds its way onto the heart. Right hand onto the belly. Toe heel, the feet right out as wide as they'll go, and allow the knees to touch in the middle together. So you're internally rotating the hips now. Now just place your hands onto your hips. Take a deep inhale into the heart and exhale heat out of the hips, out of the hands into the hips. And again, breathe in to the heart As you exhale, imagine heat, healing coming out of the hands into the hips. Slowly, slowly release the knees. Toe heel the feet back in, just hip width apart. If you have a block, take it on its long side and place it right underneath the sacrum. Plant your hands down by your side, bend your knees. And if that feels good and feels supportive, you could maybe extend one leg up and maybe float the other leg up. And just allow, maybe wiggle the toes, wiggle the ankles, and feel how light these legs are when we're upside down. How freely just relax the feet, how light. There's no heaviness being carried, no fear being carried. It's all just flowing all the way back down towards the heart right now. And as it flows in, just make sure you give it a place to leave the body. Breathe it out. You can do other things, but practicing by yourself, you can do what you want. But let that energy flow down. Can we keep walking with a lightness when we're the other way around? Again, walking around our day. Draw it up and out of the body. If you want to lower the legs, you can lower them. You could have a little play with maybe extending them. See how that feels? You could even bring the soles of the feet together, open out the insides. It's nice to lengthen. You feel a nice release across the top of the hips. But if there's any discomfort in the lower back, just bring the knees back up. Just let your body tell you what it needs. This is all counteracting all the forward folding we did. I keep hearing clicks as body parts resettle. So I'll just trust that's meant to be. Maybe the palms come down by the sides, open. Heart is open. Solar plexus open, hips open. Everything's open.
open to what lies ahead, open to experiences, new experiences coming in maybe, open to the fact that anything can happen at any moment. Surrender. It's what it really means. Slowly, slowly. If the legs are extended, start to draw them in. If the knees are apart, draw them in. And very, very gently press through the heels to try and lift the bum, remove the block. And just find your way onto your right side. You can draw the knees up and extend your left hand up over the head, right hand just resting on your knees, and turn your face in towards the armpit. You can draw the knees up a little higher if that feels good. Or if there's another version of a spinal twist that would feel good for you, just go ahead, listen to your body. Deep, deep inhale, and as you exhale, try to soften. We're bringing ease of movement into the body, to our physical form, to our energetic form, and hopefully that will translate off your mat into your emotional, energetic form. Able to bend, flex, twist, turn with ease along the road of life. The Romans made the roads very linear. They went from point A to B, and they destroyed everything in the way. It was a straight Roman road. Still exists in segments all over England today. Life not often so linear. But then we came in and we built curves. We went around mountains, not just through them. Around corners, twists and turns. Slowly release the arm. Gently rotate through center. You're missing all the sound effects, the clicks today. Oh. That's it. Take the knees over to the left, the opposite side. Extend right hand overhead and turn the head in towards the armpit. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, just allow the shoulder to be heavy. Slowly, slowly release and find final resting shape. On your back, extend the legs long, open out. The arms to the side, palms facing up. Nice deep inhale and exhale, let it go. Take a soft inhale, a soft exhale. Slowly, slowly
breathing life into your humanness, your human form, this form that houses your being, your essence, your spirit, your soul, whichever name you want to give it. Be aware, maybe wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Be aware of this external casing. And just how magnificent this casing is. Yeah. Maybe taking a good morning stretch, breathing some life into the fingers, into the toes. Hugging the knees in towards your chest, just to release and finding your way onto your side, whichever side feels good this morning for you. So lying on your side, almost like the fetus position, you get the chance to awaken into a new body. Shaking off the energy right there. Press yourself slowly up, cross-legged seated position. And maybe just place the hands turned up on top of the knees to receive everything that's out there, all for you. What if you looked at life as everything that happened is for you, is to support you, is there? Only our fears keep them away, push things away, push people away. To practice receiving messages, receiving signals, coincidences, synchronicities. See what happens. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Take a soft inhale and exhale it out. Breathe in life. Breathe in another opportunity to live another moment longer. It's really just that simple. The life in me honors the life, the spirit, the essence in each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.